Hello and welcome to the main game finale of my playthrough of Final Fantasy III, and in this episode I will be attempting to defeat the Cloud of Darkness in order to rid her influence of trying to send both the worlds of light and darkness back into the void. So without further ado, let's get into it. And I did say the stipulation is if I game over, I go back to the start of the Crystal Tower, because it would just spice things up if it was to happen within the marathon. I pushed Ingus back to the back row because he will be throwing shurikens. It won't really matter when lightning and particle beam get spammed every turn, but hey ho. But let's go. Oh god, here we go. The fight where I always shit myself. We are the Cloud of Darkness. None shall stand before the flood of darkness. With it, we will bring the void to this world, and your world of light as well. We won't let you, not if we have anything to say about it. Ha 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 ha! This is the world of darkness. You cannot defeat me with only the power of light. That is why we are here. The hopes of light and darkness now unite. We shall not let the void reign free. You are trying my patience. You may have destroyed the dark crystals, but that is of no consequence. We will devour your power of light and use it to return this world to the void. Here we go. The final fight with a very, very, very awesome final battle. Theme. Do 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 You're gonna throw the shuriken. Guaranteed max damage of 9999. She has 120,000 health. I just did just over 20k there. This fight goes down to turn order throughout the whole thing. Ingus is the one I want to protect because he's the one that's going to get dicked the most by lightning and particle beam. She's not used particle beam yet, but she is spamming on Ingus the Dingus, which we don't like to see. So the right one can only be attacked by magic, and usually it will use Bad Breath, but because everyone has ribbons, it will use Protect, Haste, and then start biting. The left one spams lightning, can be killed with physical attacks, but we don't worry about that crap. That's more like it. There we go, Lunith. Right, lightning! Watch her part beam now. Oh no. Right, haste. I'm guessing the other Tenta's gonna haste. But we've healed up very nicely. I have got a poster of Cloud of Darkness as well. Just thought I'd mention that. But there's like a human form she has in Dissidia, not this green form. I do have it. Anyway, oh, use Bad Breath, you foolish wench. Right, let's protect Refiar. Arc can tank all of the magic-based attacks, and Lunith just has a ridiculously high defense anyway, so we'll roll with that. We'll take the risk. Very impressed with the turn order. We love to see it. Oh, there we go. Oh, you've hasted yourself. Foolish. Should have hasted the big bitch herself. You know, that is an oof to Lunis right there. Oof! Right, this is where Ark will magically not go first anymore. And I'll be fucked. That's it, it's all RNG. Anyway, I've dealt over half damage now. I'm doing at least 20k per turn, so it should be over in 6 turns. This is turn number 4. So 2 more turns after this. Thank the Lord for the Curager. Because she's probably going to part beam again. She can part beam every turn as well, actually. It's very, very annoying. Munch. Beautiful. 2 more turns, hopefully. This could be a big oof for Luna. Oof! So on turn 5, that's 50k by Ingus the Dingus alone. We've done it! Get in the bin, Cloud of Darkness. Get in the bin. We love to see that. Beautiful. You may wonder the experience is useless, but you can save over and then you can do the one post-game boss fight. Well, I mean, you get a few other bits as well. Anyway, in the beginning, there was the void. Then there was light and darkness, and then everything was born. The sky, the land, water, fire, and life. Time flows to bring all back from whence they came. But life gave birth to something unique, a shining force that divided the light and darkness and illuminated the world. A force called hope. Well, 63 is now the new level, because I checked and it was 64. I did it on. So now I've done it on 63. Way! A time will come again when the balance between light and darkness is broken, and 4 will be chosen to restore it. I will be playing this game probably forever. Do not forget that what gives the 4 their power is hope. Hope inside each and every living being in the world. I don't know if I'll ever get below 60. I will try one day. Dreams, despair, love. Time will consume all. But you must not accept it. You must not fight it. You must find the power within to prevail. You must find the one last speck of light, the one feeble glitter that will illuminate all, the light of hope. So this is called the Everlasting World. Just going to key change. Everyone. Lunith, Ark, Refia, Ingus. I knew you could do it. By the heavens, you've done it. Well, I think Refia dealt like 6k, and then it was like 16k across 4 turns with Refia and Ingus. That's 64k. Plus, like, what? 4 times 8k by Lunith, which is 96k. And then you had another 9999 from Ingus. And then it was a Refia 5k. You must have between 105 to 110k, not 120k. I don't know. Anyway, I had no doubt you would succeed. Man, you guys are something. Oi oi. Ingus and Sarah staring each other down. Let's go. It's time to go home. And here we go. Wow, 0 encounter Crystal Tower continent? Oh my god. Only joking, of course. Thanks, Gramps. Glad to be of service. Now, let's see if the people of Amur missed me. Hey, boys. Welcome back. Glad to be back. Thanks again, you saved the world, you know. Oh, you know who to call when the world needs saving again. Come to Amur any time. We'll do some training together, if you can keep up. Oh, farewell. I remember when I did this, my heart was going ba-boom, 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 ba-boom. It's just over 5 years now. Just literally like 2 months before I started the YouTube channel. Damn. You know, it's Saronia. Yes, we have come back. As you can see, the reason why you do it at 63 is, I mean, she was dead in 5 turns, but of course Particle Beam just absolutely destroys your HP. Of course, Arc and Refia were fine. Well, Arc definitely was fine. He could tank everything the Cloud of Darkness throws, but he just has ridiculous magic defense. Refia is supposed to have just as good. She doesn't have quite as good, but Arc just got ridiculous magic defense stats. Of course, Ingus lacked in it, so that's what that first turn Protect was for. And then, of course, Lunith just constant slamming, and then Ingus throw shurikens. Now, you can buy infinite shurikens, as I said, so I could have technically made Lunith a ninja as well, but Particle Beam just shreds into you, so it's pointless. But anyway, thank you for your help, King Alice. No, it is I who must thank you. It is the power of light within you that saved the world. Thank you, Warriors of the Light. I will strive to be as strong as you in serving my people. Thank you and farewell. Because with it being an old classic Final Fantasy, there wasn't much story, but the story there was, you know, like short and sweet. Now we go to Canaan, where Desh actually finally goes to Canaan. The one thing I forgot to do was take the Enterprise back to Canaan to go see Selena. That's probably the only cutscene I was missing. We're almost at Canaan. Oh, are we now? Mrs. Sid must be worried about me. I'm getting off here too. Why are you going to Canaan, Desh? Well, I have some unfinished business, if you know what I mean. Lunith, come on, lad. I have to see Selena. Oh, so you finally come to your senses. Oh, stop it, you're embarrassing me. I just love how as soon as you see that, you just instinctively whistle in your head, because you just know. I just felt like doing it anyway. Here we go. I like how we just suddenly switched to the Enterprise out of nowhere. Oh, the Nautilus, sorry. The Enterprise is gone. Oh, I've missed you so. Oh my, Sid, stop it. People are watching. Selena. Desh, you're back. Promise me you won't leave ever again. I promise. Oh, we can't be outdone by those young'uns, can we? Sid, stop, I say. Oh, Sid. Must you be so inappropriate? Oh, sorry. Got carried away there. I guess I did too. Hey, don't forget to come get me if you're going adventuring again. You're not going anywhere, Desh. Looks like you're not getting out of this one, Desh. Yeah. Come visit us any time here. You have to sample Mrs. Sid's dinner special. Thank you, but I have to go see my father first. And I have to train to be a good smith. It's the least I can do to thank him for raising me, you know. Good. I'm sure Taka will be happy to hear that. Give him my regards. Here? Sid, Desh, we'll see you soon. Milady, let us return to Castle Sasune. No, I do not want to go back so soon. Milady, why? You ignoramus, come on. Men are so obtuse. Must I say it plainly? I want to stay with you a bit longer. There. Don't look so surprised. Come, let us visit Casa Sonora first. As you wish, milady. I will stay by your side until the end of time. Ah, how nice. So, Ingus, of course, will eventually marry Sarah. Refia is going to become a good blacksmith. And Lunif and Ark, well, we'll see what happens with them in her. It's her. We're home. Come on, don't just stand there. Welcome home. Lunif, you've come back. To Papa, Mum, we did it. I knew you had it in you. You have done well. I'm proud of you. I fought too. Yeah, and you did great. You were the Cloud of Darkness tank. Welcome back. I feel like White Mage for Ark is probably the perfect one for him. It fits him the most. Technically, Knight suits Ingus the most, but he could be a ninja. And then Refia as a Black Mage, I think, suits her as well. So the indicative jobs I gave, I think, work well. Thank you for saving the world. The heroes are back. The warriors of the light are real. Here, let me kiss you. Oh, no you don't. Ingus is just like, oh, God's sake. The world was saved from the darkness. The light within you saved us all. Thank you, warriors of the light. Oh. The light. The crystals, they're back. It's beautiful. The darkness is gone, and a new dawn has come to the world. And there we go. That might be the last time we see Lunif and the gang on my channel, which is a bit of a shame. Unless they bring out those Pixel remasters for 1 to 6 on consoles, and not just PC and mobile. Or Steam and mobile, sorry, but it's still PC. No, there we go. I like how they basically used the old 1990 tune. It's like the Cloud of Darkness theme. That they did a lot of that old, good old electronic bass from the 90s style, which I think they should have done more throughout the songs, because they made the themes more orchestral compared to the original. But they stuck to the roots in the Cloud of Darkness theme, which I think was a good idea. You know, they got to level 64 by the end of the fight against the Cloud of Darkness, but hey hey. I've never seen Cloud of Darkness offer that much experience before. Pretty sure she doesn't even give 27k, so I think she just gives you whatever the next level up is. And here, of course, are all the key characters. Dum 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 dum. Nobuo Uematsu, what a legend. Amano is a legend as well. Yoshida is a legend. Aoki is a legend. All these beautiful names. Sano, not sure. Matrix Software did the remake, which is fair enough. A few of those I recognise from other games, like Yoshida. He's still around now, doing stuff. Makishima is, Yokoyama is, Vegeta is, Nakayama is, Sakamoto is, Matsumoto is as well. Some of you may be like, who? Tamura, yep, I recognise Tamura. And there you go. I like how they show all the different classes as well. There's the Evoker, not the Summoner. There's the Bard. That's the black belt. Good old Devout. Magus. Summoner. Sage. Ninja. For Papa. Selena. Yeah, I believe I used it's a Moogle! I'm pretty sure I used a Sage last time. But hey ho. Or did I? I don't remember. The Jinn. Medusa. All the main villains. Gutsgo the Rogue. Hein. Ziklaken. Goldor. Where is he? There he is, Garuda. / Gigameth. And Xande. I think they don't consider another key villain between Garuda and Xande. That's mad. Beautiful, what a game. I know it isn't well received, but what I do really like is that people have gained a vested interest in 3 since the Pixel remaster has been released. People are complaining about the way it looks, but when I've seen comments, a lot of them have been stuff like, "Oh, we've never been able to play the original 3 officially." That's one of, like, people say, like, "Oh, I only like 6 out of the originals, but I've never played 3, so I want to give that a go." You know, at least people are going to want to give 3 a go. You know, 3 hasn't been given much of an opportunity outside of the DS remake, other than the iOS and Steam version. But of course, they're the only ones that have ever been released outside of Japan, or at least in Britain and US, are the remake versions. But now that Pixel remaster will, of course, kind of make a redux of the 1990 version. So that would be cool. If they do bring it out on consoles, I will probably LP them, like, way after the marathon is done. But of course, this marathon is meant to be designed to kind of be like the last playthrough of, well, probably the majority of the Final Fantasies. Of course, some of them it'll be their first and only playthrough I'll do, because I only do 10 once, probably only do 12 once. 13, I need to somehow access that. 11, I need PC. 14, I could do online, of course, on the PS4. And then 15, I can buy. And then maybe, 16 will probably be out, I imagine, because it'll probably take a while to get through this. Anyway, enough of me rabbiting on. As all you, of course, save the data. There we go. So, thank you for watching my playthrough of Final Fantasy 3. I will be back for 2 more episodes. Tomorrow's episode will be a little episode where I do the Ultimate Weapon quest, and then I'll have to automatically unlock the mail using probably a code just to speed it up to unlock the Iron Giant boss fight. And then on Sunday I'll be doing the Iron Giant boss fight, which has to be done on max level, and max job level really as well. But yeah, as I said, thank you for watching. That was a really cool, kind of a composed Cloud of Darkness fight. I mean, for me, she is the hardest Final Fantasy final boss I've ever faced. She has to be, just because of how long it took me to beat her. Even if I one-shot her from now on for the rest of time, there was a point where she fucked me over and over again. Anyway, shit. Fuck. That is private shit that I accidentally accessed, but managed to stop it. But there we go. As I said, that was the most composed Cloud of Darkness fight I've ever done. I'm always shitting it just because for what, the past... I don't know the year when I first made it to the Cloud of Darkness. I think it was 2012. It took nearly 2 years to at least make it to that part. Because there was a point where I was stuck on the Salamander for a while. Then I was stuck on... I don't think I was stuck on the Kraken. I think Hein, the Kraken and Goldor I never really struggled with. I mean, Goldor took a few attempts. Getting to Goldor, thanks to the world map areas, used to struggle on. Garuda explains itself. And then after that, most of the rest of the game isn't too bad. Because everything after Garuda, it just opens up. I didn't really struggle with most of it. Once I found out a good order to do it in. I mean, I gave Odin an attempt every time I did a new dungeon. Because I didn't do it till like level 40 plus. Never found Bahamut and Leviathan until like, I think 2013, 2014 time. I'd already been like a year or two deep into attempts of the Cloud of Darkness before I found it. So then I was able to access Bahamut's lair to use as a grinding spot. And then, fast forward to, I remember the exact day, it's sad, but March the 18th, 2016, the first day of the place I am currently in now, actually. I had a PS3 then. It wasn't set up on the first day, so I gave this game another go and managed to defeat the Cloud of Darkness. And ever since, 18 months later? No. 20 months later. It was the second half of November and then like the beginning of December of 2017 when I did the original LP of FF3. That kind of started it off. I had the idea of going through Final Fantasies. Before then I'd played Final Fantasy 4 in like 2015 time. I completed that before Final Fantasy 3. Because I just played that and completed that. People say that's like the hardest Final Fantasy, but I think 3's harder. But to be fair, I always find 4 not too bad. And I mean, it was on an emulator. I remember Super Retro 16, I think it was called. And there's not even the argument that you did it on an emulator. I bet you scum saved, because you couldn't on that. Because I had the free version where you was only allowed like 5 reloads. So I managed to do it legit. 4 until like the end game isn't really that bad. But of course, 4 is a fantastic game. And of course I'll be going through that next. But I mean, I did say from 3 onwards, there is not another bad Final Fantasy, really. 2 is the only bad one. I would have said it was crap, but now I've played it again. I've played it properly. I still think it is the worst Final Fantasy title, but I think it's okay now. I don't think it's shit anymore, I just think it's simply okay. Enough of me rabbiting on though. I mean, I guess because of how quick the final fight and the final cutscenes go, it just allowed me to rabbit on. But of course, this is a marathon, so I could take up my own pace. Of course, I did this in 15 parts before. I've now done it in 20. Because there was, especially at the beginning of the game in the older playthrough I sweep through multiple dungeons that I just didn't have to necessarily do in one go. So I slowed it down a bit more. Hopefully it was more enjoyable to watch. I did it at a lower level than I did before, because I remember when I LP'd it, I level grinded up a bit. This time I did no grinding. I mean, I went up 1 level when I got to Canaan just to round off everybody's levels and get rid of their job proficiency decrease. And I think I did 1 level, I think it was before Tower of Owen. And then I went to face Gutskull at it was 14 or 15, and I faced Salamander at 16. I used to grind up to level 21, and I used to use like 4 red mages. I was such an idiot back then. But yeah, I hope it's been an enjoyable playthrough. The end game is very scary, because if you lose, you go all the way back to the bottom of Crystal Tower. And because I have so much respect for this game, that's why I decided to. Oh, Jesus. That's why I decided to actually do the end game properly, where I had to, actually one-shot Crystal Tower onwards. It just adds extra element of difficulty to it, because, it's something I had to grind and get better at the game and Final Fantasy in general in order to beat. I got Final Fantasy X on my 13th birthday in 2015. Started playing it, didn't touch it again for a year because I didn't really like it. Went back to it, did it in 2016, around the same time as 3 actually. Because after I completed 3, I think 10 was one of the first games that I played when I set up the PS3 in 2016 in this new house. Because I think I did Assassin's Creed 3, I remember that. Of course, I did that in, I think, 2017. No, it's late 2017 or early 2018 because it was just before my exams. I remember that. I'm just going through a nostalgia trip of the channel here, but no, I was doing like, well, I think I did. The only reason why I actually decided to go back to 10 was because I completed Final Fantasy 3. It kind of gave me a hype where I like got really into Final Fantasy, and since then, well, I've become a nerd. As I'm speaking, there is literally 3 Final Fantasy posters to my right. But you know, it'd be funny if the thumbnail is this screen, as seen as 10 minutes of it, near enough, probably, has been this screen. But yeah, that is enough now. I have spoken a lot, but I feel like with the marathon you can kind of be more personal with the playthroughs, you know, because this is all about me going through every game and trying to make the experience enjoyable for whoever watches, because of course this is designed for people to enjoy the playthrough, because at the end of the day it is my favourite franchise. But as I said, thank you for watching this playthrough, and I'll see you for the final few episodes when I do the extra stuff that was added to the DS remake version, and I think all the other versions onwards. But until then, I hope you have enjoyed, and with a massive thumbs up, all I'm going to say to you now is goodbye and good night.